Welcome to Click to Startup, an entrepreneurial video series where we invite subject matter mentors to answer our most frequently asked questions from startup founders and small business owners via quick and easy how-to videos. I'm Destin Artigo, Director of the Opportunity Machine, Lafayette Center for Entrepreneurs. If you would like to submit a question on an entrepreneurial topic to be answered in an upcoming video, please email us at hello@opportunitymachine.org. Our speaker today is Jaci Russo, the CEO and brand strategist for brandRUSSO. And today she will be talking about promising to be different. Take it away, Jaci.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it. So today's topic is of a particular passion of mine. I think differentiation is crucial when you're building a brand. If you look and sound just like everybody else, you can't build a brand. You're just going to come across as really bland. So we're going to talk today about how you can fulfill that promise of being different and differentiating yourself from the competition. In marketing class, back in college, at some point, somebody might have talked to you about the 4 Ps. It's kind of the basis of marketing, right? So you've got price, product, placement, and promotion. This has been an integral part of marketing since marketing was founded as a discipline. And quite simply, it is usually the ways in which we differentiate ourselves. If you are the cheapest or the most expensive, your differentiator is price. Now, you can't really build a brand on price because only one entity can be, in fact, the cheapest one. Everybody else has to go build a brand. Product. Do you have a product that someone else doesn't have? Well, great. You can own that for about 5 seconds and somebody else is going to come along and develop a product that looks and sounds and feels just like yours. Placement. You might have the opportunity of putting your products and services in places where no one else has gone before. And again, you'll have that advantage for a very short amount of time until all of a sudden somebody's gonna come along and start mimicking, replicating, duplicating, and basically following you around. Promotion. So the companies who jumped on social media first, for example, they had a little bit of an advantage when it came to promotion until all the other companies got on social media. And then they weren't different anymore. So when you look at those 4 Ps, they had advantages for a while, but they're not sustainable advantages. So you really need to go to the 5th P, which is promise. How are you different? What's the promise that you make to your target audience to say, hi, here I am. And if you come to here, you will get something that looks and sounds and feels different than all the other places you can go. Well, that's your promise. That's your unique selling proposition. That's your true differentiator. That's the thing that's going to be the bait, the lure to get them to you, the 5th P. I think it's important. And really, it kind of comes down to the law of the jungle as to why we have such a hard time separating ourselves. And instead, we instinctively tend to blend in. So when we think about blending in, we look at animals that pack together like a herd, like zebra. Now, if you've been to any sort of class where we've talked about that herd mentality, or you've just been out into the world, you probably are aware that we do that for safety. Zebras, antelopes, any animal that likes to graze on the plains does so as a pack because it's safe. The predator, high up on the hill, looking down upon this big, large herd of animals, doesn't see a dozen different zebra, it sees one really big zebra. So you think there's a little bit of safety. That's why they blend in. It's that, hi, don't think about us, don't come after us, look how big we are, you couldn't possibly take us. Until there's that one animal that's a little slow to leave the watering hole or grazes a little too far to the side to get that little bit of green grass over there. All of a sudden, it's obvious they're not a part of the pack. So now there's this one great big animal, the pack, the herd, and then one really little small animal over here off by itself, also known as lunch or dinner. So standing out in that scenario is quite dangerous because when the predator sees them, the predator realizes the opportunity to go in for the kill. As humans, we do the same thing. We blend in because it's in our DNA. It's how we're hardwired and programmed all the way back to the animals. And you'll see it mostly in high school girls. They tend to all blend in. no offense to high school girls, I've got 3 teenage daughters in my own house, and I see the trends. They kind of look alike, they kind of sound alike, and not just because the ones in my house have the same DNA, it's just high school people in general. They tend to clump together to be a part of that herd because it's safer that way. If you stand out in high school, you may not get picked off like a wild animal, but you can sure get picked on. So we blend in. It's just part of our nature, and we do it for safety. But when you want to build a brand, if you're not standing out, you can't be selected. You can't be chosen. If you blend in, you're not going to be picked, and then you won't be bought, and then you won't have a profit. So how are you going to stand out? That's the crucial question. And that's what's so important here, because that standing out is really what you're going to need to differentiate yourself. And the way you do that is by being different, even when it feels scary and risky and as if you can't quite handle it. You're so different. But that's exactly the point when everybody's going to notice you. Now, don't stand out just to be different. Stand out on a difference. Find the thing about you, your products, your services, the why you do what you do, or why people should pick you. Those are the reasons they're going to naturally gravitate towards you. So don't be scared of those reasons. Be loud and proud about who you are and how you're different. Stand out. It will be the magnet that you want it to be.
That's so good. Thank you so much, Jackie. That's a really great tip, and I think that a lot of entrepreneurs are so scared of rejection. They're so scared of their people telling them that their idea is just not what they hoped it would be, that they do tend to follow in that herd mentality. But if they really want to get out there and they want their startup to be the next big thing and to blow up, that they really have to find the difference and promote that difference as well. So.
You're so right. And every company that we see that does blow up is because they did something differently. Either it was in their operations, in their marketing, in their product development, in their pricing, something led them to create a true point of differentiation in their promise. And when they can do that, that's how they're going to get noticed and be able to blow up.
Absolutely. So if any of you have more questions or topics that you would really like us to touch on, once again, please feel free to email us at hello@opportunitymachine.org. And we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. And if you're a speaker out there who's interested in talking about some of these topics, please feel free to reach out to us at hello@opportunitymachine.org as well. So this has been Click to Startup, and we'll see you in the next episode.